But everything changed. You gotta change everything you do. Once you get in your 40s, you gotta change. Because everything changed. Like I wear glasses now. I never wore glasses before. I had 20/20 vision. But the day after my birthday, I couldn't see nothing. I couldn't even get to the bathroom. I was like the little boy in the movie, Ray. Mama! I couldn't see where I was going. I said, I didn't know it was going this fast. I thought I at least had a week left with my vision. But I guess I was in denial. You know, when you get to read like this, you're in denial. I'm looking at the back of my credit card trying to call the credit card company. I couldn't even see the number. I said, dang, they need to make these numbers a little bigger. I had to ask my nephew. I said, nephew, what that number say? He said, you can't see that big number? I said, okay. Keep laughing. All you gotta do is keep living. And the number's gonna shrink on you too. So, you know, I went to the eye doctor. So I told Dr. Smith, I said, you know, my vision is blurred, you know? So she gonna tell me, okay, well, let's check your vision. Read the eye chart. So I get to the eye chart. I said, well, Dr. Smith, when y'all put the chart all the way down the hall? I can't read that chart if I had bifocals on. That's all the way at the exit. I can't see that chart. This is an insurance scam. She was like, it's always been there. I said, no, last year it was in your office. But you know, she wanted me to read the chart. And sometimes doctors take you through unnecessary stuff. So I covered up my eyes. She started pointing at the chart, but she started all the way at the bottom. I said, Dr. Smith, you know I can't see that little W, or I wouldn't be here. Just read it. I kept saying, move up, move up, move up, keep going till you get to that big kindergarten ass A. You know I can't see them letters. And then I didn't even realize glasses cost so much. I had no idea. The frames I picked out cost $900. I said, well, what else do they do? Glasses get the book and they just jump on my head? I said, no, I can't do them. I looked at another case, those glasses wasn't but $200, but I said, I can't wear these Shirley Chisholm glasses, Dr. Smith. You don't have no business with them in here. These should be in D.C. in the Smithsonian somewhere. This is crazy right here. That was still too much. The cheapest thing was the CNI stick, so I left like this. When I got home, my nephew said, you blind? I said, I see you. Just smart myself. Just change. Everything changed about you. Like even when I log on the computer to pay a bill, I can't remember those passwords. I can't. I gotta write it. If I don't write it down, it's a wrap. I can't remember it. Then they asked me the security question. I can't remember that either. Who was your second grade teacher? I don't know. And I don't know why I put her name down when I was filling out the application. I said, this is crazy. I tried to pay my Macy's bill online. I said, as long as it's taking me to pay this bill, I might as well drive to Macy's. I mean, I was punching in anything. Anything I could see in the box, I just punched it. Could you please give me another hint? Is it really necessary to burn gas to go to Macy's? I do this every month. Could you please help me out? And one time they got tired of it. They just replied. They said, drive your ass to Macy's. And I said, okay. I'm gonna drive to Macy's. So then I get to Macy's and I'm in line. I'm irritated because I had to burn my gas. So I'm in line, I'm waiting, I get to the counter. Soon as I get to the counter, I give the girl my bill, and while she's processing my transaction, the first thing she says to me is, ma'am, well, you know you can pay your bill online. I said, well, do you know the password? I said, well, why would you say that to me then? I know how I can pay my bill. Get the supervisor. Because I call the supervisor for everything. When I get upset, I call the supervisor. You ain't got to worry about that. That's my mother and me. My mother calls the supervisor. She'll say, get the supervisor. And I say, you heard her, get the supervisor. And you better not say nothing else, get the supervisor. So I call the supervisor. Because customer service can be poor. So I just called it. So I wanted the supervisor to explain to me what the problem is. And I take everything back. I got that from my wife friend. I didn't know you can take things back after 12 years. I didn't know anything like that. I did. My friend Molly, oh man, she had these boots about 12 years old. She said, I'm taking them back. They have a lifetime warranty and they ripped it and I'm not dead. I said, okay, well, I'm gonna ride with you. I ain't never seen this before. After 12 years, I said, black folk can't take nothing back in about a month. They be like, nah, where did you get this receipt from? She went in there too. She said, I need a new pair of boots. They are torn and it said it had a lifetime warranty. I'm not dead yet. They gave her a new pair of boots. She said, you should try it. I said, no, Molly, it ain't gonna work like that with me. They gonna have the police escort me out of here. I do though, I call the supervisor. Like I went to buy some shoes, maybe a couple of weeks ago, and the little guy, I told him to bring me a 9.5. He gonna bring me a 6. So I looked at him, I said, well, what's that for? I thought maybe you could fit it. I said, that ain't how feet work. I said, so you ain't had my size? You looked at me and decided what size I should wear? I said, that ain't how feet work. Well, can I get you another shoe? I said, you can give me the supervisor. You give me the supervisor, because something wrong with you. So when the supervisor came out there, I said, you know what? He don't need to be working during the day. He need to be working at night doing inventory. I said, because I knew something was wrong with him when I walked in here and he was going like this. I knew he had an issue there. I called the supervisor. I went to Wendy's to get something to eat, and the little girl, at the cash register, she couldn't even take my order. Her eyelashes were so heavy, she couldn't even see the keypad. I walk up in there, may I help you? Like she killing the game, may I help you? I mean, like she's sexy, may I help you? Oh, let a burger joint. I said, where are the whites of your eyes at? You at work, all overdressed in the face. I mean, face just overdressed, you know what I'm saying? Look like Diana Ross from the movie Mahogany in the face. With khakis and a t-shirt on. I was like, what is wrong with you? Ma'am, I can see you. I said, no, you can't. And don't get me wrong. I'm saying, don't get me wrong, eyelashes are fine. You just gotta wear them appropriately. They shouldn't be so long I can roll my weed up in the lash. I ain't supposed to bend your head over. Say, bend your big head over and let me roll this weed up. Oh, big head self, stand up there with an attitude. Ma'am, I can see you, so I closed my eyes. I said, can I see you? I don't know what you can see. Yes, you do, and you being sassy. I would smack you. But y'all don't fight, y'all shoot, so I'm gonna leave you alone. You never kill me and post it on Facebook. Mess with me at work, see what I do. Nah, I'm gonna leave you alone, because these kids crazy, I'm telling you. So she was like, ma'am, I don't have to take this. I said, I'm just telling you, you look crazy. If somebody robbed the joint, you would never know what happened. You in here with your eyes closed. Where everybody go? They pulled the pistol out. They ran. Ma'am, I don't have to take this. What would you like to order? I said, I'd like to order the supervisor. That's what I'd like to order. For one of them lashes fall in my food, not choke on the way home. And she gonna walk out with her big head ass. I said, I know you can't see. Supervisor came out there and said, you got her on the wrong operation. You need to have her on fries. An operation where she can open her eyes up. I bet she opened them big lashes up when that grease get to popping. I bet she opened her eyes, then she was like, ah!